Hi everyone, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today I'm going to walk you through parts 6 to 10 of lesson 71. So on part 6 we have a table, and for each row we need to write a division problem and the answer and the whole number it equals. So I'll do two examples with you. So on each side we'll need to solve the division problem and give the answer, and then write the whole number plus the fraction. Now in the one you will try on your own, you're given the fraction and you'll need to solve for the whole number, and you'll need to put it as a division problem as well. So let's do the first one together. We'll first solve our division. So we have 96 divided by 3. So our first step is to see how many times can 3 go into 9. We can use our times table or even skip count. We have 3, 6, 9, so 3 times. And now how many times can 3 go into 2? We can skip count again. 3, 6. So there's 2. So our answer is 32. So now the number above the division line is our whole number. So 32 will be our whole number. Now the number underneath the division line, that's our top number of our fraction. We have 96. And then the number at the side, that will be our bottom number. So it's always working backwards. So we have our whole number here, and then we find that above the division line. So let's try another one together. Next we have 250 divided by 5. So again, we'll look, can 5 go into 2? No. Now can 5 go into 25? Let's see how many times. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 5 times. Now we always put that at the last digit of the number we were working with. And next we look at, can 5 go into 0? And the answer is 0. So then we have 50. So again, the number that's above the division line will be our whole number, 50. The number underneath the division line is our top number, and the one at the side will be our bottom number. So there we have it. Now the one you'll be working on your own, you'll be just presented with the fraction. So you'll have something with different numbers, of course, but it'll look just like this. So you'll just be given the fraction. Now your first step should be to solve what the fraction is by putting it into a division problem. So we know that the top number, I'll just write the actual problem. So the one you'll be working on is 612 over 2. So we know that the top number always goes underneath the division line, and our bottom number goes at the side. So then you can solve, and whatever number you get at the top, that'll be your whole number. So you can pause this video and come back for part 7 when you're ready. So part 7, we're copying the equation and completing the fractions. So we first have a whole number of 7 with a couple fractions. I'll just write these down. And now when we're completing equations like this, we know that to find out the top number, we'll have to multiply by the whole number by the bottom number. So in each fraction, we'll be multiplying by 7. So we have 7 times 4, which will give us 28. And then we have 7 times 7, which will give us 49 as the top number. Next we have 7 times 9, which will give us 63. And last we have 7 times 8, which will give us 56. So now I can pause this and complete B on your own. So part 8, we're dealing with mixed numbers. Let's do A together. All right, so we have 32 plus 5 over 6. So remember, our first step is to always make sure that we are adding fractions that have the same bottom number. So right now, our whole number has a bottom number of 1. But we need to make sure that it has a 6 in order for us to add. So we need to multiply this by 6 and 32 by 6. So now we know the bottom number, 1 times 6 will be 6. And to solve 32 times 6, I'll rewrite it here so we can solve it together. All right, so we have 2 times 6, which will give us 12. And then we have 3 times 6, which will give us 18, plus the 1 on top, give us 19. So our answer is 192. So that's our new top number here. So now we can rewrite our equation. We have 192 over 6 plus 5 over 6. Now, as always, when we're adding, we'll keep the same bottom number. So our answer will have 6 as the bottom number, and now we can add our top numbers. So we have 192 plus 5, which will give us 197. So there is our final answer. So now you can pause this video and you can finish B on your own. Now for part 9, we're dealing with mixed numbers again, except it's kind of the opposite of part 8. So part 8, we were given the whole number plus a fraction, and then we had to solve to find that mixed number. Now we're given the mixed number, and we need to find the whole number and the fraction. So we have 75 over 9. Now our first step is to see what kind of whole number can we be multiplying to get as close as we can to the top number. So what can we multiply by 9 to get close to 75? Well, we can look at our 9's times tables. So we know 9 times 7 will give us 63. That's still too far away. We can probably get closer. We can do 9 times 8, which will give us 72. So I'm going to write out our whole number here. And in a little box to keep track, we have 72. But we don't want 72, we want to make sure we have 75. So what do we have to do to get from 72 to 75 over 9? We'll need to add 3. However, since our answer has a bottom number of 9, we're dealing with fractions, so we need to make sure when we're adding, we have the same bottom number. So we'll put the 3 over a 9. So it's just like part 8, just switched around. So now we have our whole number plus the fraction. So make sure whatever we're adding will always have the same bottom number as your original mixed number. So now you can pause this video, you can do B and C of part 9 on your own, and come back for part 10 when you're ready. So for part 10, we're doing some ratios. You've had lots of experience and you're doing very well with this part, so we'll just do one example. All right, so we have the first sentence is each case contains 48 bottles. So our top term will be case, and our bottom term will be bottles. And now I'll look back to my sentence. They say each case. So if they're saying each or every, we always know that means 1. And now how many bottles? There were 48. So there is our ratio and our fraction. So you can finish the other examples of part 10 and you are all finished for today. So if you need any help, let myself or Mr. Russ know, and have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.